I have been at Falkirk, and this will be my 4th year teaching at Falkirk High. I'm a geography and history teacher. I decided to do that after school just because it was the subject that I was most interested in and went to university. I didn't really know that I was going to be a teacher until I joined, until I went into the working world, and then realised that it's something that I was quite passionate about and wanted to come back and do it after it. When I was at school, I was always influenced and inspired by my teachers quite a lot, and the relationship I had with my teachers was always an important thing for me, and it's something that I valued even now. I still think about some of the teachers and the influence they had on me, so having that kind of influence on any people, even one people, was a huge thing for me, and it's a huge thing for me, so I really like having an impact in people's lives. I've always had an interest in climate change. I did climate change when I was in high school as well. It's always been something that's taught in the curriculum for a good while now. I would be lying if I said that was something I was totally passionate about when I was younger for a while, but the more I've learnt more about it, the more I've kind of investigated it, and the more I've taught it and realised how much of an important issue it is. I feel like what you find nowadays is, because climate change is such a huge issue, a lot of kids come to high school and they start in first year and they know a bit about climate change. They've learnt about it in primary school. They can be passionate about it, but I think that teaching it in the curriculum, and we bring in new things, like the core programme, for example, when that comes into play, it's going to be huge, because it's going to remind people, and young people in particular, how important learning about climate change is, so that we can actually do something about it. But in terms of is it something that's at the forefront of children's mind at the moment? I think it is for a lot of young people, but I think there's still a good bit we can do to make it even better, and I think that's why this programme itself and the work that Fuel Change are doing is going to be huge. It's just so important. It's just something that I think our generation nowadays, or the young generation nowadays, need to know about. If we start educating people at an early stage, so from first year or before that, then it's going to have the biggest impact going forward, and that's what needs to happen. And you find as well, when you do teach pupils about climate change and you show them what's happening and you show them the impacts of climate change, they appreciate it more, and it helps make a difference in the school and the wider community in the world.